Assalamu alaikum, Husna family. My name is Jillian and I'm the owner of Ever Ready Travel. I've been in the travel industry for 10 years and I am honored to be an advisor and friend of Husna Vacations. They are not benefiting from promoting the trip protection to you at all. In fact, they care about your protection and well-being, and that is why they strongly recommend protecting your investment. They always jump through hoops and go to bat for their valued clients, but they cannot always get a refund granted, and that is why they asked me to create a video to explain the benefits and value of purchasing trip protection. I know you must be excited about traveling with Husna Vacations, but it's of equal importance to protect this investment. There are many things outside of our control that could happen in our day-to-day lives. Not having trip protection is like driving a car without car insurance. It's not a smart risk to take. 99% of my clients do purchase trip protection because I inform them of the benefits and the value. Most new clients have never purchased it before because they didn't have a professional who explained it to them. After they are informed, they do realize how important it truly is. Here are some examples of reasons why my clients have had to cancel their trip or use their trip protection policy to interrupt their trip and submit a claim for reimbursement. Breaking an ankle on day 2 and having to fly home for immediate surgery. Losing their job 2 days before the trip. A wildfire causing a luxury train trip to be rerouted, falling sick on the last day and not being able to board the plane, and delayed luggage for several days. These are only to name a handful of real-life examples. I'm proud to say that all of my clients who submitted a claim for reimbursement have been reimbursed. It can take an average of 1 to 2 months depending on how many cases they are working on, but it's always worth it in the end. One important thing to keep in mind, especially from a Muslim halal perspective, is that by purchasing trip protection, the coverage automatically includes services such as concierge services or more for the purchase of your payment. These services are provided to you immediately, so you are getting something regardless of if you need to file a claim or not. In addition to that, we are living in extraordinary and unprecedented times, and many things outside of our control could potentially cost us more money out of pocket and or cause us to lose our hard-earned money. What makes it even worse is that it's become industry standard to protect one's trip, making it even harder for when you are not protected. Everyone in the travel industry expects you to have coverage, and costs related to unforeseen circumstances have been adjusted accordingly. For example, in the last Husna Vacations trip, the hospital would not discharge a traveling patient until he paid them $7,000. Personally, I purchase trip protection every time I travel. I have had to use it once and I got a full reimbursement. The coverage is very robust, and generally speaking, it covers cancellation for illness or injury in your immediate family, giving you 100% back if the reason is covered and approved by their underwriting department. If you believe your employer may rescind the permission to take time off, or if you have any doubt that you may need to cancel for an uncovered reason, there is an optional upgrade that you can pay more for to get canceled for any reason. This allows you to cancel up until 48 hours prior to your trip and get 75% reimbursement without any questions asked. Many people ask me what the cost is for trip protection. Well, there are many factors that determine the cost, such as the traveler's birth dates, the total trip cost, and the duration of the trip. If I had to estimate, I would say the cost is roughly between 7 and 12% of the total trip cost. Hopefully you don't end up using it, but if you do, it almost always pays for itself and then some. Also, kids under 18 are fully covered and free with every paying adult. That's a great deal. Remember that you immediately get concierge services when you purchase trip protection. In addition, there are identity theft resolution services and emergency assistance which become available when you start the covered trip. I pray you have an amazing trip. I've only heard great things about Husna Vacations. Please feel free to reach out to me by emailing me at Jillian, Jillian, at everreadytravel.com. I will connect you with my trip protection specialist to create a quote for you and help you mitigate any risks by protecting your trip. Thank you so much for your time today. Allah Hafiz.